You won't believe it. After framing his boss, Matt reaches the 40th floor, and just as he finds a clue about his girlfriend, the security chief calls him for a talk. They found via harsh interrogation Matt had been to his office, and his boss suspected computer tampering. Luckily, Matt was prepared. He quietly hid his hacker disk under the interrogation table. He silently adjusted the time he entered his boss' office, making the virus emergence time not match up. He thus successfully shed suspicion. Yet, the keen-eyed old black man saw something odd in his eyes and suspected a secret. Before leaving, Matt realized everyone had to be searched, so he temporarily left the hacker disk there. He intended to return quietly and get it later. The next day, Matt went back to the office, finding the disk gone. Matt was in a panic, thinking he might be exposed, but the old black man just wanted him to confess clearly the one who took the disk wasn't him. Matt repeatedly thought in his car about who could have taken it. It had all his secrets in it, and meanwhile, a man was toying with his disk, trying to crack its contents. His new colleague, Blondie. As the fastest man in the company, Matt made Blondie feel quite threatened. The hacker disk had nearly hundreds of encryption layers. He thought cracking it would hold Matt's weakness. But clever Matt had already set a self-destruct program on it. Blondie hadn't started the disk operation when it self-destructed. He quickly cut power to save the data. However, it was nearly impossible to crack. So he went to the slums for a computer expert, unaware the master had checked his background. It turns out Blondie was the son of a materials company boss living in the wealthy area. The whiz said, "Hold on a second, brothers looking for love, are you always struggling to find the right partner? Actually, having standards gives you more chances. Sorry, the more requirements, the better the match you'll find." Who would have thought this guy was loaded and still wanted to crack the disk? The whiz agreed to help, but first demanded Blondie experience life at the bottom, even asking him to catch a rat with his bare hands. Blondie scoffed and angrily left, claiming he'd find someone else to help. He didn't seem interested in the magical tea. The master was indeed crafty, and Blondie had no choice but to humble himself. On the filthy streets, he got covered in mud, but finally completed the task. The master was very pleased, but immediately made an even crazier demand to eat it. If Blondie could eat this mass, he'd be considered one of them. He painfully accessed the contents of the... Suddenly, a woman's image appeared before him. She was the queen of escort girls in the executive club. Without hesitation, Blondie called his dad for a reservation. On the monitor, she waited anxiously, and lo and behold, she finally met her long-lost girlfriend, Amy. The once innocent and lovely girl was now off to a farm to meet other men. Matt had booked a room right beneath her, pulling out a resonance ball to stick on the ceiling. As the device turned on, sounds from upstairs were fully restored. Matt found his girlfriend eating strawberries with Blondie. Then, Blondie started to subtly ask Amy about her background, saying she grew up in a wealthy area of Switzerland. She claimed she hadn't seen a man in over 20 years, but Blondie saw right through her lie. She threatened Amy to tell the truth. Left with no choice, Amy confessed her real situation. As it turned out, she was from the lower class. Her parents' restaurant had gone bankrupt. To help her father with debt, she became an escort, which made Blondie very excited. When he inquired about Amy's relationship with Matt, Amy claimed she didn't know him at all. It turned out that Matt's current identity and name were all fabricated. Her real name was Amy, and she genuinely didn't realize Matt was actually her first love. Blondie, furious, grabbed a screwdriver and pinned Amy down, demanding answers. "You better answer me, or I'll start searching." Meanwhile, downstairs, Matt was going crazy trying to figure things out. He linked the kitchen fumes to the hotel ventilation system, setting off alarms, forcing everyone to evacuate. Matt finally rescued his girlfriend, but just as he was about to chase after her, his boss called an emergency meeting. He had no choice but to go to the company to present his new product, showcasing his brainwave extractor. This device can temporarily delete a person's memories and then restore them when they return, preventing secrets from leaking. Matt claimed the product would be ready in 3 months, but the boss thought that was too long. The device must be completed within a month, They were too quick. Hold on, Matt's phone buzzed with a message. The software he implanted in Blondie's phone showed his location moving around. Realizing something bad was happening, Matt hurriedly agreed to the product development request and rushed out of the company. At this point, Blondie had found Amy's biological father, who had thought she had passed away 10 years ago. After Blondie revealed the truth, her father was excited and then asked about Matt's photo. Sure enough, Blondie found out Matt was from the slums. Now no rivals in the company.